What is up, guys? It is your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Week 1 team builder of APA Indigo. We are here going against the West Coast Whale Lords. I didn't pay attention to the coach's name, so I do apologize to you if you see this video. But we are here for the Week 1 APA matchup. I'm actually pretty excited. This is looking like a very interesting matchup. I don't think it really favors a lot to me or my opponent, but I feel like it's just going to come down to really the prep. But let's get into my opponent's team. If I haven't said it already in the draft recap, I want to probably remind you guys every single week in Teambuilder, so please don't feel annoyed by that. I'm just doing that to make sure anyone who's new to the channel knows the rule. The main new rule APA Indigo is doing this season is that we are allowing DLC moves. So things like Body Press Fortress is allowed. Things like, I don't know what my opponent's team got advantage of, but they can bring that as well. But this is looking like a good matchup. So let's break down my opponent's team. First, Mega, he's got Mega Kangaskhan, but it cannot use Seismitos, so that's a bit plus right there. Follow up with Kartana, Gardevoir, Galvantula, Flygon, Gyarados, Morpeko, Golurk, Sceptile, I don't know why I blanked on the name. Pincurchin or Pinurchin, whichever you like to call it, and then Crobat. I honestly think anything can come this week. If he doesn't want to bring Flygon, he can bring Golurk. If he doesn't want to bring Gyarados, he can bring Crobat. If he doesn't want to bring Galvantula, he brings Morpeko. The only one or two mods that would have to switch would either have to be the Gardevoir or the Kang, or Gardevoir, Kang, or Kartana. One of these three switched around for Pinurchin / Sceptile in case he wants to run the Unburdened set, which is not terrible versus me, but is something that have to be judged into account for. So I do have to be careful in this type of matchup. This is looking to be a little difficult, but I think if I just kind of relax, play my cards right, I think I can find some ways to make sure this is not a big loss on our end here. So let's go ahead and break down the team we are bringing for this week. First up, we're bringing the debut of Champ, baby. I don't know why I named him Champ. I also didn't properly announce why, but I drafted Primate for the fact I needed a Fire type. I think Fire types are really important. It also gave me a Defiant user, so that's really good as well. But with Champ, because he won the championship in the anime in Season 1 with Ash, until Ash for some stupid reason released him, or in quote-unquote, have him training. But anyways, we've got Primate here. Choice Scarf Primate actually should be able to still outspeed a Choice Scarf Gardevoir, but this is also able to outspeed +1 Gyarados. Running close combat, Stone Edge, Iron Tail, U-Turn. U-Turn is pretty much only there to pivot / filler move. Iron Tail is there to one-shot the Gardevoir unless it's Berry. And then Stone Edge plus close combat destroys the rest of his team. Except for Golurk. If Golurk comes, that is a little bit of an issue, but I think I'm fine. I needed Stone Edge on there just so I can be able to handle the Gyarados, because I can two-shot Gyarados once, even if I'm -1, or have a chance to two-shot it. I mean, if I crit it, then I can have a chance to two-shot it. I'm not going to take that risk. But basically, this mom puts in so much work versus his team. He doesn't have really the best flat-type switch-ins besides Gardevoir and Golurk. Even Galvantula wants to take it. Also, if you hear noises outside, I apologize. I cannot control that. Up next, debut is Fortnite. I'm sorry I had to. We got Fortnite here, and this is a really interesting set with an interesting item. We are running Rock Slide, Toxic, Gyro Bulldoze. Toxic's really there for the Mega Kang and for the Gyarados in order to weaken them down. Rock Slide actually does really good solid damage to the Galvantula and decently to Gyarados if I'm not -1. Bulldoze is the tech right there, because that way we can do it on Kartana and weaken down Kartana to the point I can bring in anything that is, like say he's a Scarf Kartana, I can weaken that Scarf and then go for it again, and then bring in something like, say, Raikou, or weaken it down, then bring something like Machamp in. Just like a lot of good tech with it. And I know what a lot of you probably are thinking, why the heck am I running Okaberry? This is my Mega Gardevoir answer. Mega Gardevoir 100%, no matter what it does, will one-shot my Fortress with Mystical Fire. So I do need to be careful not to lose my nut. I can probably take some damage. I'll have to look exactly what type of damage I gotta be able to afford to take. But basically, I cannot be destroyed by that thing. Running max HP, 116 to defense, 140 spit depth with a careful nature with the Oka Berry so we can live hits. If he has any potential other mons or surprise fire type mons or fire type moves, we are fine with that. If he has special Flygon with Flame Force or Fire Blast, this actually helps us as well. But if he's physical, it doesn't help us as much. But basically, this thing is hopefully weaken down some things, hopefully get some good, decent shit damage on his team, or her team. Sorry, didn't mean to say that. But it just really depends on that. Up next is the debut and the return of Nemesis, the Necrozma. I name it Nemesis obviously after Resident Evil 3, and plus it is a true Nemesis to deal with in Draft League now. With Iron Defense, Moonlight, Photon Geyser, Power Gem, 160 HP, max special attack, 96 instant depth with the Calm Nature. I'm pretty much just going to make this a somewhat bulky Necrozma, because Necrozma, once it gets an Iron Defense, it kind of just sits in front of all his physical attackers. With this SPDF, it's not really needed, but it's helpful because now it makes sure I can actually live a hit from the Galvantula, thanks to my Prisma armor. I believe I'm not too shotted by Bug Buzz unless I get a SPDF drop, which please don't let that happen. But Photon Geyser pretty much just plows for his team. I mean, Photon Geyser I think has a chance to knock out the Kartana with chip damage. Power Gem is only on there, really, for the Morpeko, because we actually can two-shot Morpeko with Power Gem. Guaranteed, I'm not kidding you. So, I was fine with that. And plus, Power Gem's also good for the Gyarados. Gyarados slash, I guess we don't know, but it's also free for the Galvantula as well, so we can hit that thing super effectively. I think it has a chance to knock it out too as well. We could change this for Shadow Ball. I might think about that. Actually, do I get Shadow Ball? I should get Shadow Ball. If I don't, then this game's... Well, I could run Flash Cannon. Actually, Flash Cannon better, actually. Wow, I actually don't get Shadow Ball. I'll think about that and see if Flash Cannon's better. But, until now, we're going to go Power Gem. Up next is Thundercat. This mon is the main mon that is going to destroy his team once we get rid of his ground types. Running Thunderbolt, Aura Spear, Skull, and Volt Switch with choice specs. I don't know if I'm allowed to bring it to an ability, but I think in the end, Pressure is a little bit better because it can weaken down the PP usage. So, like, say they go for Fake Out, I weaken down Fake Out a lot. If they try to go for Power Up Punch and get multiple boosts, I can really cripple them from doing that and going for your offense. But, nonetheless, with this set, we basically are going to plow for his team. Aura Spear is good to just spam for the rest of his team. That's not a Ghost type, which means Golurk's there, and that's why we have Scald as well. Scald's only there as a potential chance that Golurk does come, and it gives me a good option to hit things on his team for burns and stuff like that. And again, I want to make this clear. DLC, Aura Spear is now a legal move. It does not have to be run with a rash nature, but Scald is its new official move that it gets in the game. But now I want to make that clear. We have enough speed to outspeed Kartana, so if it is choice to Scarf Kartana, which I kind of think it has to be, unless he's going to be fully bringing webs, which I don't think still makes any sense versus my team. We got that. Aura Spear is there to check the Morpeko if I really want to, and Skull, like I said, is there for his ground types mostly, but Thunderbolt spam is so spree versus his team once his ground type is gone. Up next, the first time using a winner, our Articuno, and it's a very interesting set. We're in Rocky Helmet Pressure. Really is gonna, even though it's a pun, pressure my opponent this week. Hurricane Freeze Dry really just does so much versus his team. Max HP, 112 in defense with a bold nature, 28 in special attack, 116 split depth. This thing will, if I wanted to run max, it would have maybe be able to take a 2-hit KO from a Thunder. But basically, Freeze Dry into Hurricane knocks out Galvantula. Hurricane plus Freeze Dry just does a lot of work, and these moves just spam through him. Roost is there for reliable recovery, and Defog is there just in case he does bring webs, and I want to make sure those webs are not going to be on my side of the field. But I'm feeling pretty good about this Pokemon. I'm actually really excited to try it and see how well it works. And last but not least, we have Shoulder Pads with the Ringdo Berry. This is to counter the Kartana 100%. If it's a Focus Sash Kartana, I'm not as scared of it, but it will bring it to its Sash. We are bringing Elemental Punches plus Earthquake because it just runs house on his team. Like, he's got no safe switch into this Mon with this coverage. So, it's going to be very important to keep Shoulder Pads. We're max HP, max attack, Adamant, went forward, and Spadef. This thing is just going to be a monster for him to have to try to break and beat. But that's going to be the team, guys. Really excited for this week 1 match. Hopefully we do well. Hopefully we pick up a dub. Until next time, though, I'm Phil Shocker, the Nicest Hedgehog. I'll see you guys later. Peace.